Hello, I'm Gary, and I'm here to tell you about the Focus kiteboard. So, what is the Focus kiteboard all about? So let me start off first with the construction of this board. So this is a very interesting construction that we developed about a couple years ago. This is what's called a profiled wood core construction. So what that means is we have a nice solid wood core in this board that is made in a nice efficient fashion called profiling. What does that do? It basically puts a little bit less time in the manufacturing process of this board, so we can give you a nice high performance board at a very affordable price. When we look at the specific bottom contours on here, what we have is we have what we call heel channels or under the foot channels of the board. So we got two nice channels right in the center part of the board that creates nice edge grip. It also breaks surface tension. I've talked about it before, is the more contours that you have in the middle of the board, you break surface tension, and what that does, it makes nice soft landings. So if you have a tendency to come down really hard, come down hot, you're one of those dudes who's like, kite low, bro, and you just hit hard all the time, this will break the surface tension a bit and soften up those landings for you. The other thing we have here is we have some channels that go out the tips. So what does those channels do? Basically, that creates nice water flow out the tips of the board, or what would be the tail when you're riding it. And you get nice edge bite. You also get nice release when you load and pop the board to go jump. The other thing you can do too is this board's great. It does have a nice channel out the tail, so you can rip the fins off. If you're lucky enough to have a kite park where you ride, you can ride this board finless, go hit sliders, go hit rails, have a great time. Or you can fin the thing really deep. You can put a nice deep fin on it, get a ton of bite, ton of load and pop for doing super high jumps and really powered jumps. The other thing when we look at the top of this board, so like I said, all the contours on the bottom are mirrored on the top. This does affect the flex of the board. So not only did these channels underneath the feet provide edge hold and edge grip, but they're also providing a nice contour on the top that creates a little stiffer flex pattern throughout the middle of the board. What does that do for you? It makes the board a little more efficient. Doesn't make it so flexy throughout the center, so you get nice upwind progression and a lot of edge bite overall. The other thing that we got in this board, we have what we call inline inserts. And actually all of our boards, except for the edge, they all have inline inserts. What is great about inline inserts is that say you damage the heel edge of your board, you ride up onto rocks, you hit something in the water, you damage the heel edge, now you can flip your straps or your bindings around and you have a fresh edge to ride on. We're the only ones in the kiteboard industry right now doing inline inserts. Why do the other guys not do inline? I don't know, ask them. They probably can't tell you either. But we do inline M6 inserts, so if you do damage a rail, you can flip them around. The other thing with inline, you can get really precise stance angles. So you're not having to deal with an offset angle where you're trying to do a calculation like a mathematician to figure out exactly where you want your angles at. It's very straightforward overall. What is also great about the Focus, you got a nice, what's called a PMU gloss top sheet, screen printed so you can see right through to the beautiful wood core. We do a matte PMU on the bottom, which is highly durable, so it is very resistant when you ride up onto rocks, or if you have the benefit to ride on features. It's a very durable base. So, who's this board for at the end of the day? This is for your intermediate to advanced rider looking to progress, someone who's a little bit more budget conscious due to the process called wood profiled core. And overall, it's a really fun board to ride.